Matt, you haven't seen this list, correct?
No, I have not seen this list. If it's what I think you're talking about.
So it's time for our little game show. I just a shout out to the Puck Soup podcast because they're the initial pioneers of this game, and it'll be our little iteration of it. But we do need to cheer them and thank them for it. It's a great podcast to listen to, by the way. So here's how this is going to work. We're playing the game Finnish hockey player or Star Wars character.
Ooh.
What I'm going to do, because Matt's Star Wars knowledge is up there, and Ashley has not seen Star Wars, and that's totally cool. Okay, Stacy hasn't seen any Star Wars, by the way. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to say a name. Ashley will have to say if it's a Star Wars character or a Finnish hockey player,
and then I will confirm or deny. Yes,
exactly. So okay. I did this with Stacy earlier, and she went 9 for 14 without knowing anything about it. So, like, a lot of them were like shooting from the hip guesses, but 9 right guesses will be your target. Okay, Ashley?
I don't know what I'm doing. This is a horrible game. Okay.
This is gonna be great. That's the whole point.
I hate looking stupid, and this is definitely gonna make me look stupid.
To be fair, though, this
is the worst case scenario. You won't look nerdy, and that's fine.
Well, yeah, you won't look stupid. You'll sound stupid because there's no video element to this. But at the same time, I got your back, Ashley. Don't worry about it. But to be fair, I have a lifetime of like a high school nerddom and not being invited to dances to thank for this moment where it all culminates right now.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Never.
Ashley, here we go. The first name, Risto Siltanen. Is that a hockey player or Star Wars character?
I wish I could Google this. Say it in a sentence.
Risto Siltanen. It's a name.
Go, Risto Siltanen. Yeah, there's a sentence.
That's what I was waiting for. Risto Siltanen. I'm going to go with... God. That sounds like a hockey player, but it's probably Star Wars. So I'm going to go with... He's a hockey player who watches Star Wars.
Hockey player is the answer. Matt, is that yes or no?
That is a hockey player. However, not to be mistaken with Kit Fisto, who is also a Jedi that sounds like that name. But no, it is that sounds like a hockey player to me.
All right, you're good. You're 1 for 1 so far, Ashley.
Can we quit? That sounds exciting.
All right, next up, Galen Erso.
Galen Erso?
Yes.
Star Wars?
Star Wars. Matt, is that correct?
Galen Erso was one of the chief engineers of the Kyber Crystal project, which was the power source needed for the super laser on both Death Stars. Galen Erso is in the movie Rogue One, but also they flesh out his character a lot in the book called Catalyst by James Luceno. He's a Star Wars character.
Wow.
So he plays left wing, right? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You're 2 for 2. Yeah. You're good.
On the Imperial hockey team. Absolutely.
Love it.
Okay, next up, Angus Panics.
It sounds like a beef. Argus.
AAA Angus Panics. Yeah.
Exactly. Panit? P-A. How do you spell that?
Panox.
Oh, that has to be Star Wars. I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm going to say a 7-course Star Wars dish.
All right, Matt, is it Star Wars or is it hockey?
That's a Star Wars character.
It is a Star Wars character. You're killing this.
Okay, sure.
I'm just repeating what Ashley's saying. So I'm a newbie at this stuff too. Like, clearly, based on what I've said up to this point, I know nothing about Star Wars.
All right, Ashley, next up.
Yeah.
Hurst Ramodi.
Ramodi?
Romodi. Hurst Ramodi.
That sounds like an Italian snack. Not Finnish. I'm going to go with Star Wars, but it's probably hockey. But I'm going to go with Star Wars. I don't know who that is, what that is.
Matthew?
That's a Star Wars character.
That is a Star Wars character. You're killing this.
Okay.
Okay, next up. Ari Hanpa.
That sounds like hockey.
Matthew?
In my minor knowledge of the Star Wars universe, it's not coming up under any of my Rolodexes, so I believe that's a hockey player.
It's a hockey player.
Who is it? What's his name?
Ari Hanpa. Hanpaa. Hanpa.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, next up. Caleb Doom.
Doom as in Dume?
Yes.
Star Wars.
Matthew?
Caleb Doom is actually, yes, Caleb Doom is a Star Wars character. I believe it was one of the clone soldiers, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. No, I don't. It was.
Who plays him?
I'm trying to think. No. Caleb Doom was in the Clone War era, but it was, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was one of the Jedi younglings or apprentices, younger apprentices. Very, very little known character, but does appear, I believe, in the Clone Wars series briefly.
Played by the one and only Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh, really?
Aww.
When he's not fixing matches for the WWE, Freddie Prinze Jr. Little known fact, used to write for the WWE.
Really?
That's true.
Awesome.
Still married to Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Not of the WWE.
Not of the WWE.
Next up, you've got Riku Hall.
Riku Hall. How do you spell that?
Riku, and then Hall is Hahl.
Finnish hockey player.
Matthew?
Nothing comes up Star Wars wise, so I'm gonna go with hockey player.
Oh my God, you are on fire. That is correct.
Am I at like 15 yet, by any chance?
You're getting close. We got a couple left. Orson Krennic.
Orson Krennic. Does he like to score? I'm gonna go with Orson Krennic. That doesn't sound very Finnish. However, it sounds too generic to be a Star Wars character. Oh, this is a tough one. I don't know. Hockey player. I have no idea.
Hockey player. Matthew, is Orson Krennic a hockey player?
What I actually meant to say is that it's actually director Orson Krennic, who was overseeing the Death Star project, who was a part of the team that actually recruited Galen Erso. Unfortunately for Orson Krennic, all of his success was usurped by Grand Moff Tarkin, and he got practically none of the praise for completing the Death Star project. So unfortunately for our good friend Orson Krennic, one of my favorite characters of the Empire, that is a Star Wars character.
He apparently plays hockey in his spare time. No.
Yes, again, he still plays for the Coruscant Stormtroopers of the Imperial Hockey League.
Okay, we have 5 left. The next one up, Carrie Erleranta.
Okay, that has to be a Finnish hockey player. I mean, that's the most hockey player name ever. Oh wait, Ranta. Ranta's not Finnish, is it? Shit. Oh, whatever, hockey player. I don't know.
It's a hockey player.
Woohoo!
Wild. Next up, Boba Freak.
Okay, that has to be Star Wars, or else something's wrong with his parents.
Matthew?
Boba Freak was actually one of the technicians that actually reprogrammed C-3PO so that he could read the Sith language on one of the Sith relics in order to discover one of the final Sith wayfinders to go ahead and locate the secret base of Exegol, where the Emperor had been basically reborn. So Boba Freak is a Star Wars character.
Phew, I was worried for his parents, man.
He's also I think Boba Freak is something like 8 inches tall.
Yes, he's tiny. Very cute.
How do you spell him? I'm going to Google him.
Babufrik. Boba Freak.
Has one of he has a nice relationship with C-3PO because C-3PO basically gets his mind wiped. And as soon as he does, the first person that C-3PO sees is Boba Freak. So he's like, oh, hi, I'm C-3PO. And he's like, I'm Boba Freak. He's like, nice to meet you. And then later on, they mentioned Boba Freak, and C-3PO's like, he's my oldest friend. And it's just kind of funny that way.
He looks like E.T.
Yeah, kind of.
But like lowercase E.T.
Okay, next up, Percy Lund.
Percy Lund, that has to be a hockey player.
Matthew?
I believe Percy Lund is, in fact, a hockey player. I can't think of who Percy Lund is in terms of Star Wars.
It's a hockey player.
Woo! Got him.
All right. Frederic Norena.
Okay. Star Wars.
Matthew?
I believe that's a hockey player.
It's a hockey player. So, not bad. And then this is the last one. Rune Hakko. Haako.
H-A.
Haako.
Hockey.
Rune Hakko is an Nemoidian who was part of the blockade, the Trade Federation blockade of Naboo. One of the higher up who was on one of the Trade Federation battleships who was part of the actual blockade of Naboo. An illegal blockade, mind you, if I may sort of interject. But Rune Hakko was a Nemoidian and is a Star Wars character.
I saved Rune Hakko for last because it really sounds like a Finnish hockey player.
It does. It absolutely 100% does. But there, little known fact, if you do listen to like the Nemoidians and how they speak, they like, I think George Lucas and Star Wars got a little flack because they have a little bit like of an Asian accent when they speak, which is odd that they would catch any flack given the fact that like most Imperials have like a British accent. But anyways, that's just the case.
Absolutely. So I went 11 for 14.
You did 11 for 14. You need to insert some crazy sound effect to celebrate your awesome victory.
Wop, 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 wop. Did I go perfect?
Yes. But like, yeah.
But basically, it's just a like search directory, name not found in Star Wars, like file system.
You are Star Wars wiki.
Yes. Yeah, I guess.